Hey everyone, round 2 time. Yeah, this was quicker than I expected. So we're against DeadRawr, and I haven't played this guy in a while, but back in the day in some other tournament formats, I played him quite a lot. Especially in some other tournament chats, we used to match quite a lot for some unknown reason. But yeah, going into this one, GC again, best of 5, because it's the Stone Circle one. Still waiting for round 2 of the 2-star tournament. So I've decided to ban out Spider-Woman, even though I've put her in my deck, purely because DeadRawr's deck is a bit smaller than mine, and especially in this meta with Crossbones being quite mid, I just don't want to get trapped by Spider-Woman, essentially, especially because he's banned my Okoye. So, Spider-Woman is now in my deck, but I'm probably still going to be banning her sometimes. She'll just be nice to use when the opponent doesn't have her, or she could eat bans from them. But anyway, pretty good start to the draft for me. 3 quite nice defenders. He's got 2 attackers, who will be quite good for Serpent, but Serpent in this matter, even with good attackers, can still go wrong very quickly. Pick up Jean for Yelena, and then Thanos, because he's just an all-round, just stupid champ. He picks up Deadpool for the Nick Fury, I believe. And then he picks up Nico, which did surprise me. I mean, I'm guessing he's expecting Dark Phoenix, but did surprise me because he already had 2 Mystics to pick up a 3rd one. But yeah, I get Gallon, you know, just... I love stupid champions. And then I pick Yelena, mostly because, well, my initial plan was you can't use Deadpool for Yelena and Nick Fury. But then he got this final draft, so that plan kind of fell apart. So, essentially my defenders are Enchantress, and then I'm going to go double Cosmic with Thanos and Serpent. So, I start off with my Serpent, just see who he uses for it. Mostly because if he uses Shathra, then my Thanos just got a lot stronger. Yelena goes down for him, so I'm using Jean Grey here, pretty obvious placement. And he decides to throw this round, I believe. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm pretty sure he uses Jean. Yeah, he does. He decides to use Jean to throw the round. Pretty fair response, to be honest, because Jean versus Yelena will be quite fast. To be honest, I did play this one quite slow, but the AI was just wanting to throw specials at all possible chances, so... Yeah, slightly slower Jean versus Yelena here, but it's still a stupidly easy fight. You just spam SB1, spam your light attacks, drop a heavy to reduce the power with the uncanny, and then just light her up with an SB2. Nothing really going on. She essentially can't hurt me unless I just catch a combo to the face. Drop my heavy for them uncanny. SB2 decks. Nice. One more combo and then my SB2 will just kill her. Them Neuros are getting close to expiring, but there's just about enough time, especially because they get paused during the SB2, so yeah. Less than a minute, easy takedown, so yeah, that's 1-0 in the first round. So now, essentially because he threw this round, Enchantress is now stronger than Thanos by far, because he's still got that Shathra. So I'm just going to go with Enchantress first, then Thanos if I need to, if it goes to round 3. And essentially, I will just win one of the rounds with Gallon, because he only has 1 Nico to put on defense, which I'll use Yelena for. But then after that, he has nothing that can be stopped. Nothing that can stop Gallon. So, essentially just wait for the round where I can use Gallon and just win, is pretty much my plan here. But yeah. Round 2 of the tournament, this is like last 32 in terms of like the players left. This tournament's moving quite quickly. mostly because Stone wants a few of the rounds to be played in the week 1 to 2 GC meta, and then the last few rounds in the week 3 to 4 GC meta, just so there's like a bit of variety in the matches. But yeah, I will try and get the 2-star tournament one kicking along. Just having some difficulty arranging the match because I'm against someone from Argentina, so time zone is a bit all over the place, and there's a bit of a language barrier, but nothing Google Translate can't fix, am I right? So yeah, he throws down Spiral, so yeah, Enchantress on defense, Gallon on attack. Let's just wipe this round, essentially. Unless I do something stupid here, I should just win, especially because of how Gallon is power snack immune and his buffs are permanent, so there's no stupid MD stuff flying around. I know Spiral doesn't gain normal MD, but even still. I was also testing out in this just how easy the untouchable works. Like, look, she's throwing an SB1, I'm literally just spamming dash back whenever I want, and he just cannot be touched. It's so stupid. Light attack into the heavy to drop my harvest of both 2 bars of power. Again, spamming that dash back. Go in, into my SB2, and yeah, just kills because Gallon is balanced. So yeah, that's round 1. Done. 1-0 up. It's best of 5 again because it's only in the early rounds still. Yeah, pretty easy starting matchup. I got quite a good draft. That's a really nice Hulk fight from him though, by the way. DeadRawr did play really well throughout this tournament. But yeah, it was just, I think roster diff came into it a couple times. There was one round though, that'll be coming up soon, where, oh my, it is the most ridiculous outdraft I think I've ever seen. Just complete, oh, well, I've just lost this game, GG's. But yeah, into the second game now. I stick with the same bans because they seem to be working, he says. And I'm pretty, yeah, he swaps his bans up. He gets rid of Gallon after that first match, which, fair enough. Gallon is stupid this meta. So into this draft now, and I believe he picks Piggy. Yeah. Picked Piggy, which surprised me, but fair enough. I pick up Serpent and Jean, just a nice little double there. Especially because Jean is probably one of the stupidest dual threats at the moment. Ridiculously tanky on defense, does a lot of hard defenders, and just in general does defenders very consistently. Shathra and Enchantress for me. He picks up Jack, so I'm not really going to be using Jean on defense, probably. I pick up Photon. No, I don't. I pick up Dazzler to counter Photon. English is difficult. And then I pick up Nico just because I only have 1 Mystic, and I usually like to have 2 just in case. He picks up his own Nico. And then for his second pick, yeah, he goes with Onslaught there. And then in my final draft, there's a few options to debate here. I could take Thanos and do Thanos versus Onslaught, but I decided to go with Mantis for Photon and Dazzler for Onslaught. Both ways work really, but I decided that was probably a little bit more consistent overall. Especially because Thanos with the power gain, you can easily shoot someone to an SB3 and then GG's around. He starts off with Jean. Not Jean. Why can I not speak English today? I love doing this. He starts off with Spider-Ham, which I use Jean for, because I'm obviously not going to put Jean on defense now with that Jack running around. For my Enchantress, he uses Photon, so Mantis is essentially useless for me now, but that's fine. I don't mind that. So yeah, this fight is, I don't know, I played it really bad essentially, and it was sluggish. My initial plan was just to spam SB1s, get the Neuros cooking, and yeah, he'll just die. But I just started being bad. that was unblockable, which ate a lot of my health, so I'm like, okay, that's not ideal. I quickly convert to get less power for heavies. Power for specials. And drop an SB2 after then power stings expire. Which, yeah, I got quite scared when he dropped that SB2 and it took a big chunk off me. Especially because I thought he would reach like the evade phase. But I just about stopped him at 5. And now because I've got specials costing less power, I don't need to risk going above a bar of power now. I can just drop them at the like, is it like 0.7 bars of power? And just spam that essentially for the last bit of this fight. I'm back up to full health because of the taunt. Drop another SB1. And yeah, Piggy is just dead. Slow fight, about 70 seconds, but it was just about enough. Rank 3 Photon versus Enchantress this meta is kind of tough. You're just guaranteed a bit of health loss really, even with the fastest methods. So yeah, bit of a sloppy fight from me, but we got through it. Fuck you, Piggy. So now into the second round. Essentially, whoever he places down, I don't really mind. The worst one he could place down really would be Jean, but he goes with Onslaught first. So I go with Dazzle here, and even if I lose this round, I can then shatter at anything in round 3. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident about this. But then I have a insanely good Dazzler fight here. I think I got good Neuro RNG, plus just generally played it well. Because yeah, this was such a nice fight. Dazzle versus Onslaught, because of how many hits the SB1 has, and you get like one of your tempo per dodge. You only have to throw one SB1 in this fight, as opposed to like the usual 2 for most champions. Because like, yeah, I'm already at 80, close to 90 now, over 90. He throws one more SB1 and I'm going to be at 100. So yeah, I'm at 100, the energy vulnerability is still up. I drop my relic because I have the Storm Relic on, which increases damage while unblockable. Throw the SB2 and he's dead. 50 second, obviously sub 50 because of loading time, sub 50 second takedown of rank 4 Onslaught, which is, yeah, probably about as good as you can do it. Obviously neuro damage comes into it, that'll affect your score, but yeah, that was really nice. And he has a nice shatter fight, but it's not enough, sadly. So that's 2-0 going into round 3. I stick with the same bands. I have no reason to change them, to be honest. Nice to see a Cull Obsidian in the deck though, my goat. I can't remember if he changed bands here. No, he didn't. He stuck with the same bands, which is fair. Starting 3 champs, I did not really like, but Rintra is okay. Not crazy, but he's okay. He gets Serpent and Jean, which is quite a nice start for him. My Yelena is just not great now, so I pick Domino up and Titania as a buff immune. Titania can work okay in this meta. Not crazy, but buff immunity is nice to have those consistent fights with power gain not going all over the place. He picks up Kashala and Bullseye, which is fun. I really love not being able to counter certain champions. I think he picks up Bullseye. Never mind, I'm going to shut up. So then I get Photon and Dark Phoenix, quite a nice double for me. Photon is good for Onslaught. Titania can work against Jean. Essentially the only thing I can't counter at the moment is Serpent. But then he gets that big Yelena, and I have nothing to counter it with here. I also have nothing to counter Serpent. Hindsight, I should have rerolled, but I forgot that rerolls were allowed in this tournament. So I pick up Nefaria as a kind of Serpent option, and then I pick up Zola as a good defender, but then he gets Thanos. And at this point I'm like, okay, yeah, this is game over. This match is completely over. There's nothing I can do here unless he majorly messes up. I started with Rintra purely because his best counter is Onslaught, and apart from that he doesn't have anything for it. So I'm just waiting to see essentially who he places in this first round. He places Serpent, so obviously I have to use Nefari here when I eventually place it down. Thank you. And I played this fight complete shit. I should have won this round, surprisingly. I didn't think I'd have a chance to win this round, but I actually should have taken it. So anyway, start the fight off, get an evade, my Ionics building, and my charges because Serpent has that power gain. Already at 17 of the like flux things. Drop my SB1. Nice load of charges for me. Get the evade intercept thing. Block an SB2, which is fine. Drop off my first SB2. Sadly, you got the resist up, so there's no like big crits. And now, yeah, that was the first thing I did bad. I accidentally blocked that. I thought I was far enough away. Get him with an SB1 just to start a bit of health coming back and to get my Ionic back up. He drops his SB1. See, health is not an issue in this matchup. It's doing damage, which is the problem with a rank 3 mid-sig level Nefaria. Because I'm just struggling to hit through him. Drops another SB2. I was out the way of that one. Into my SB1 again to get more Ionic charges. Into the intercept, and yeah, you can see there's 30 odd seconds left and he's only just below half. There's no way I finish this fight. I apparently don't block that. Thanks, I guess, you dicks. So yeah, now I'm like, okay, let me try and get health back as quick as possible because I'm obviously not finishing the fight. I'll just try and get him close to 1% and get as much healing as I can. SB1, nice bit of healing. SB1, more healing. He throws that SB1, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, I lost a lot of health in this match. Took into 13%, and when I got out of the fight, I realised I'd have won. If I'd have just stayed at full health. You know, like every normal Nefaria fight. So yeah, that's unfortunate. This was the only round that... Well, honestly, based on what happened, like benefit of hindsight, I could have won both rounds in this match, but I didn't deserve to win any of the rounds. And based on the draft, I shouldn't have won any rounds. So yeah, he places Yelena here. And essentially, I'm just hoping if I put Photon down that he majorly goofs up. And I'm going to use Domino and go for crit bleeds. Because, like, what fucking else was I meant to do? And then my plan after this round was to put Zola down, so he uses Thanos on attack, and I can Titania, Shathra, or Kushala. But yeah, it doesn't get that far, sadly. This fight actually started off kind of fine. But yeah, it got to a point where I just couldn't control it well enough. Which was quite sad, because it would have been quite nice to kill Yelena with Domino. But yeah. This fight, essentially, my plan is literally just launch SB2s and hope. There's nothing else to it. I just have to try and get lucky with crit bleeds. I realised you couldn't do that very quickly. You can't do the usual dash in, dash out because of double hit medium. Yay. So yeah, now I have to play this fight more passively and try to bait SB1s. There's another SB2 though, because fun. Now above 100, so it's time for elimination. I push her to SB2 so that she doesn't get the impact thing. And it's in elimination time. So now in theory I can do good damage. It's just, can I actually get the damage in? So SB2, I get some okay damage and a regular bleed, not a crit one, sadly. So Yelena's at 50%, and at this point I'm like, you know what? Maybe we can do this fight. Just weigh out that impact and then let's keep going. I push her back for a bit of spacing. But yeah, I just couldn't get anything in really at this point. She throws an SB1, so that's the impact up, and I'm now in the corner. That's pretty much GG's. So yeah, that was sad. He wasn't out of the fight yet, and in a little bit you will see that he also died to Photon, but just did a bit more damage. So yeah, this is such a sad round. A major outdraft, and I actually could have won it if I just played a bit better. But it's fine, it's fine. I wasn't supposed to win this round, so it's fine. That's 2-1. Best out of 5, so I still only need 1 more, and I've got 2 chances to get it, essentially. So moving into the 4th game, and even though I lost that round, I'm still going to stick with the same bans. You know, that was an outdraft on champs that we both have. It wasn't that I got outdrafted by something I didn't have. Because if you get outdrafted by something you don't have, that's a problem, and that's kind of you need to start banning that. But it was champs we both had. He got the champs, I didn't. Can't really say anything about that. I pick up Dazzler for that onslaught, and I go with Rintra because Mystics on defense this meta are slightly okay, I guess. They're stupid. So he gets a lot of nice options in this draft. I would pick pretty much everyone here except Maestro. Poor Maestro. Used to be the god defender of the game, and now it's like, I wouldn't pick you, probably. Poor guy. Poor Baldy. At Gabe. So yeah, I get Yelena. No, I don't get Yelena. Why the fuck is English such a difficult thing to do? I get Jean for Yelena, because that's how counters work. And I pick up Red Skull, kind of okay defender, until Thanos appears. My RNG in this match was apparently bad. So Thanos appears and tells my Red Skull to do bad things. I get a nice Mystic double here because he's got 3 Cosmic Defenders. Can't really ask for much more than that. I don't think my Kushala popped a single time in this 4-match series, so yeah, that was quite surprising. He picks up Titania, which he does have at rank 4, so she can probably nukes through fights still. And he picks up Nico. Quite nice for Red Skull as well, but also quite nice for that Dark Phoenix, so that was a really good prediction from him. So I picked Photon. Can't be picking Dark Phoenix when Nico's around. It's just a bad idea. So, pretty okay draft. I think I can work with this. So, first defender from him is Onslaught. So, I think back to the Dazzler round that I did 2 rounds ago, and I'm like, over 50k? I think that Titania is going to struggle to do that with the Silk Lock patch. It was patch, guys, with no effects. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, let's just do that Dazzler fight again, and we'll probably take the round. And if he gets a better fight, then fair enough. And then this fight happened. You're about to see some of the stupidest Neuroshock RNG probably that I've ever had. So, I'm on 6, I'm on 7, I'm on 8. What the fuck is happening? My health is just draining. 7, 8, 9. I'm just critting all the time somehow. Dazzle's crit rate isn't even that high, so I don't know what the fuck this is. More crits. Yay. 4, 5. It's just, yeah. Essentially, I'm just on a constant health drain in this fight. Drop my SB2. It does just about kill, but I lost 1/3 of my health purely from neuro damage. And yeah, I was not happy with that, because if this would have been full health finish, this was such an easy win, and was like the exact same speed as my first one. So my execution was fine. Onslaught just decided to execute me as well. So yeah, at this point I'm like, well, I've lost this round, so now I have to go for 2 rounds, which is fun. But we get a nice little surprise soon. Eventually. Okay, I didn't realize it was this long. Wow, I'm so good at planning my scripts for these. I don't have a script, I'm joking. So yeah, Rintra cooked. So we did actually take this round. just about by 200 points, which would have made it even sadder if I'd have lost by like 100 points. And now, because of this, there is a pretty obvious thing that I need to do. I need to pop that photon on defense and win the game. Because I counter everything in his draft pretty well. Nico would be the hardest. I would probably spiral it. But he puts down Thanos, so that's fine. Shathra inbound. So, yeah. Shathra for Thanos is a bit slower this meta. Because you have to bait a few more specials from him, but yeah. He decides to use Serpent here, which is fair. Because he put Thanos on defense. Thanos would have been his best option here, but defense dropped him. And yeah, I just have to do a Shathra versus Thanos, and I've won, because there's no way you're doing Serpent versus Photon quicker. Normal start for me, just bait some specials out. I should have thrown the SB1 after that medium hit. I looked at the charges too late and realised that my reaction just wasn't quick enough, essentially. Gonna throw a second SB1 in a second, when I eventually get there, and bait out another 15 SB1s. Throw it into the protection, but I don't care about that, I just want the eggs. And now, heavy charge SB2, 50%, 48% actually, shut up. Throw another SB2, takes to 25%. In reality, I should have done SB1, SB2, but it's fine, literally, who cares. SB1, should have charged there, but oh well. And then SB2 and dead. Pretty much full health, about 75-ish seconds, and yeah, that's the match. He can't beat that. So that's 3-1 win. Into round 3, where I'm fighting a certain Biz. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully Biz doesn't kill me. Yeah, see you all in that video.